Okay. Okay. Hey, is everyone ready to go? Practice test. Chapter 7 out right now. My goal. We're going to do the first half of this today, and I'm going to go through this insanely fast. Okay.
So 1 through 4?
So if you flip through chapter 7, you can kind of see all the problems we have. Hopefully you have that third page, that front back. There is a total of 9 problems. We'll probably go through about 4 today, because I don't want to add a short period anyway. So the goal is to go through the first 4. Okay, we're going to walk through these together. I'll give you the formulas that you need, things you need to think about, all that good stuff. Okay? Then practice semester test. We're going to go through the next 2 on that. That's my goal today. Because my goal is to do about 2 today and then do the rest tomorrow, Monday, and Tuesday. Okay, does everyone understand? Friday is the test for this. We have a test over chapter 7 on Friday. Be ready to go. Semester test is next Wednesday for you guys. Alright, so here we go. Let's walk through your chapter 7 practice guide here. The first one. You have to find your sale price of the item and your 90-day wait plan. Okay, so the 90-day payment plan. So the idea is that what I want to know is what day will it be paid off if you started today. Does that make sense? From today, the 90 days. Then I want to know your discount. So this problem will be there. Now, if I change the date, let's say tomorrow that instead of using like Friday's date, I might say like January 15th. You have to find 90 days from that date. Does that make sense? I'm warning you right now. I'll probably put a date there.
What's the date today?
Okay, today is the 12th. Sorry, I didn't put it up. Today's the 12th. All right. So Wednesday.
Yeah, I do.
What is it?
December 12th. Okay. Okay, you got a pass me or you check in the office. Perfect. Alright. Next, Katie, you need your practice guide. Come on up.
She was gone yesterday.
Yep, that's why I said you need practice.
39.
Oh. Can I have it?
I said senorita, but I couldn't. No, I was saying
All we did was
Where goes
semester guide, we did the
outside of Playa
Today we're starting to practice chapter 7. That's this Friday. So we're doing the first half of the day, the second half of the practice guide.
So we went to like
All
Love.
the way through next week.
You guys go off the
Hey, I'm going to go through this pretty quick. If you're not paying attention, you're going to miss stuff. If you're talking, I'll just stop because I already know how to do this. So I need to talk to this empty air.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, Randy, good, thanks. All right. Okay, we good to go? Everyone's got it? Okay, first, we have to find the actual price of the item. I gave you the price ahead of time. It's a $650 item almost. We're going to do a 35% discount. That means it's significantly discounted in price. Here's the idea. First thing you have to do is you're going to have to multiply by 0.35 to figure out what the sale is. Then we'll figure out the final price after we do that. So, there's 2 ways to do this. This is by far the easiest. So, 649.5. We're going to take that times 0.35. This is going to tell me that I'm saving $227.33. So I'm saving $227. Okay, Rach, we're just starting the practice guide chapter 7. You got those yesterday, right?
Huh?
You got the practice guide yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay, you're good. We're just working on chapter 7 one. Okay, so this is my sale. That's not my final price. That's what the sale's coming off. I'm getting $200 off of this item. So what do I have to do to find my final price? Subtract. We're going to take the $649.50 and we're going to take the $227.33 off. And this will give me what my final price of this item will actually cost me. So, 227 coming off, or 33 coming off the top of the 649.50. This turns out to be $422.17. So that's what I'm gonna have to pay for this item. I don't know what it is. It's kind of expensive. All right. Now, bookcase. They haven't noticed. All right. So the bookcase. Now, next thing we have to do is now figure out 90 days from today, when will my last payment be due if I did this on a payment plan? Okay, so 90 days. This is where I have to use the little knuckle rule. Here's my terrible hand. Okay, there's my little glove hands. All right. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Okay, so what this means, why I do the little knuckle rule. If we're in December, shh. Hey, if we're in December, how many days we have? 31. It's on a knuckle, that's why. 31. So what you have to do first, if it's December 12th, we have to take 31 and subtract 12. The reason why is we have to figure out how many days left I have. Okay, so 31 minus 12, if I actually borrow, that's a 2, that's an 11, that's a 9, and a 1, so I have 19 days left of December. Now, I have to go a 90-day plan. So if we bought it today, I'm gonna use 19 days up, that'll get me to, January. January, bless you. January also has 31 days, so here's December. I'm gonna go January, so that puts me at about 40-ish. Next year is not a leap year, so it'll be 28 days. So this is January, this is February. I'm probably not at 90 yet. In fact, if I add that up, this is 50, that's 50 exactly, that's 78 days. And so to go 90, I'll have to go into March, and March has 31 days. So right up till February, I was burning 78 days. But if I add March, I'll be over 90, I'll be at 109. Does everyone understand that? So I'll need to go up 12 more days to get to 90 exactly. Okay, so that means that in March, I'll have to go 12 extra days. So the 12th of March is when I'll be paid off. Does that make sense?
I did do the 12, not the 13. Good job, Matt.
So 19 days left of December. I had January, I had February, because again, I'm using my little knuckle rule to figure out what day that's going to be. If you're on a knuckle, it's 31. If you're not on a knuckle, it's either 30 or 28 if you're in February or 29. I'll let you know if it's a leap year. If it's not, I'll let you know what day you're starting at. On test day, it will not be starting December 13th or 14th. It'll be starting on the date that I give you.
I didn't say that.
Yeah. We're 90-day plan. From the day buying it, we have to go 90 days, and that's the last day I can make my payment. Well, it's the 12th today. December has 31 days. So I subtract the 12th, today's date, from the 31, figure out how many days I have left to go. I have 19 days left in December, at a 90-day plan. So I went 19 days in December. I had January, I had February, that only takes me up to 78, like all the days in those months. And then I went 12 extra days to get me up to 90. And that puts me in March. Because I went all the way through February, all the days, up to 78. And then adding 12 more days in March, that's the day I paid off. So you have to just count until you get up to 90 and know what month you want to make.
On Friday.
Could have probably got like 39.
Did you get school?
Oh yeah.
Okay, now if I start you, let's say on test day I start you in January, then you start January, whatever that day is, subtract off 31 and the day that you started in January, that tells you how many days left you have, and then you count it from January, you go 90 days. Or if I start you in April, same thing. So you have to use your knuckles to figure out what day, how many days are in that month.
So I'm just trying to figure out what day it's a 9-day convention.
It's gonna end on March 12th.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah. What do you did for choose? Where are you getting lost?
I've already lost, so I'm just.
So you gotta subtract through how many days left in the month, and then you just gotta add up the months until you go past 90, then back up 4. Okay, hey, I'm going on to 2 because we don't have a lot of time here. In fact, we probably won't even get done with these reviews today. Burning too much time, people are talking.
When is this test?
Friday. This test on Friday.
This Friday?
This Friday.
Were they black?
Okay. Next, we have to find area and perimeter of this object. What I would do, probably what I would do here, for the most part, I would probably break this up into pieces. That way I can actually figure out. Let's do perimeter first. Perimeter is probably the easiest. You just add up all the walls. I'll start here, and I'm going to work my way around the room and add up all these up. So, adding up all the walls as I go around until I get back to the beginning.
36.
Okay, say it again.
36.
36. And that's in feet. Okay, double checking. Everyone's got 36?
Yes.
Okay. All right, that's 36 all the way around. Now, find area of the room. This is where it kind of comes down to how you want to do this. This is how I see it. I see it like this. Oh, that's how I see it. Some people don't see it that way. Some people like want to draw the lines up and down. Okay. It's just kind of how you want to do it. I'll do it this way once. I'll do it the other way. You can see it kind of both ways. This area right here is 8 feet squared because it's 4 times 2. That's 8 feet squared. It's 4 times 2. This room here is going to be 2 feet for the width. And it's a total of 12 feet going this way. That's 12 feet going all the way along because it's 8 and 4 going all the way across. So this room here is 24 feet squared. That's doing the 2 times 12, length times width. And then this room down here is 8 feet again squared. Because again, I'm going length times width. You add up all those up. What? That whole wall is 12. It's 8 and 4 all the way across. Do you see the numbers on the bottom? They tell me 8 and 4 all the way across.
8 and 27.
Okay, next. Now, if you're that person that didn't like that, you add up those up to find your area. If you don't like that way, here's what you can do. You can do it this way. Because I think some people naturally did it this way. They do it like that. Fine. Then you're going to add up, yeah, you'd add those up. Then you'd have to find these dimensions. Well, this room over here is 4
Ben,
by
don't you get me
4.
started.
That's 16. This room here, I know this seems weird. This is going to be 2 feet right here. How I know that? This is 2 and this has to be 2 to make a total of 4. This dimension has to be 4 feet.
I'm so sorry. Shut up, Eric.
Okay, I'm waiting on people. Let's go. Alright, so 2 times 4, this is going to be 8 feet squared. And this room over here is 4 by 4, that's going to be 16. Now again, how do we get these dimensions in the middle? This whole wall here was 4. If you can't see that, it's right here. This is 4. This has to be 4 as well. Well, if that's 2, this one also has to be 2. That's why I'm getting this dimension for this little middle room. How I get this 4? Well, this whole thing is 8. This part here is 4. It's right here. So that means this also has to be 4. That's where I'm getting these dimensions from. It's 2 by 4. You have to use all the dimensions from your room. Now again, to find your total area, you have to add the 16, the 8, and the 16. That gets you all of your rooms added together to figure out your total area. And again, it's the same number I just gave you a little bit ago when I did my 8, 24, and 8. 40 or something like that? Okay. So it's however you want to think of that room. That's how I saw it. I saw it 2 different ways. It'll be...
Can't wait till you like the
Yeah, if this is the way that you guys like, then stick with that method. It's kind of either or. But But first you have to find the perimeter, that's the distance around, then you have to find areas, both numbers. Question. Moving on. Going on to step 3. Alright. So basement. Floor plan. This is the one that I'm going to draw it. I know people are going to complain about the drawing. All I'm doing is I'm drawing a room, but I'm going to fold the walls out just so I can see them drawn a little bit better. I'm trying to paint the entire basement. Okay? I'm painting the walls, not the roof, not the ceiling. It actually says that. We're going to paint the walls with waterproof paint. The paint covers 75 square feet because it's kind of thick. It's costing $35 per can of paint that I'm buying, the gallons. Okay? Dimensions of the room are 20 by 30. Here's 20 by 30 in no particular order. And that's in feet. Now, that's the room itself. The walls, there is 4 walls of that room, because that's just the floor. That's looking top down from the top of the room down. This is the room, like the floor is 20 by 30, so that's a big room. But what we're doing is we're painting the walls in order to fold those walls out. So imagine the walls dropped from being upright, they fell sideways. These are the ones we're finding. These, not the floor, we're finding the walls in this room. So I don't know how you want to think of that. Maybe you want to draw all 4 walls separately and find the area separate. This wall is 30 by 8. Now how I know that, it says in the instructions the walls are 8 feet tall. So this first wall is 30 by 8. That's this wall right in front of you guys, 30 by 8. Okay? The wall over there is 20 by 8. So it's 20 by 8 feet tall. The wall in the back is 30 by 8. And then this wall over here would be 20 by 8.
Right.
And what you do is you add up all of these areas together. So to find those areas of each wall separately, you have to take so I'm doing the one wall here. You take 30 times 8, that's 240 square feet. So the 30 times 8, this is 240 square feet. This one over here is 240 square feet. That's again taking 30 times 8. The wall at the top is going to be 160 square feet. The wall on the bottom is 160 square feet. And those are the numbers I'm adding together. I'm adding up those 4 walls. That's a really big room. That's the walls we have to paint. We're not painting the floor, we're not painting the ceiling, we're just painting the walls. And once you have those all added up, whatever that number turns out to be, when you add up 240, the 160, the 240, the 160, 800 total, feet squared. Okay, so you got your total 800 feet for your walls. We have to divide by what the paint covers. The paint covers 75 square feet. This will tell me how many gallons I need to buy. Each gallon will cover 75. So we divide it, it'll tell me, I don't know, maybe I need 9 of them. 11. Okay. 11 point something?
No, it's 10.67.
Okay, 10.6, alright. 10.6 or something, so I'm gonna need to buy 11 gallons of paint. Yeah. So you take your 11 gallons, because again, we round up, and you take that times the price of the gallons. They're $35.95 each. And that'll be your total, and you'll have to find that total. So you take your gallons, how many you buying, times the price per gallon. That's your total. So you told me the gallons required and the cost. All right, questions? What? It'll be something to do with paint, because it works out. Because that's the price per gallon. Yeah. Okay, we're good. Number 4, moving on. I didn't have any questions or qualms about it. All right, number 4.
No. Yeah.
This is my last one today. We're installing carpet. We have to find the area and then multiply it by the cost per square foot. Okay, so how I see this room, that's how I see it. I think this is by far the easiest way to do it. Okay, 8 times 8, that's 64 square feet. 8 times 10, it's 80 square feet. We add those numbers up.
It probably does.
So we got a total of 144 square feet, correct? Then you just multiply by the price of your carpet. Because the price per carpet is per square foot.
Well, it doesn't count. It's only 7%.
Then I was even? 2,000 bucks for carpet. It's a pretty big room. That's a really expensive carpet, just saying.
It better be pretty.
It better be. $16 carpet, that's really expensive stuff. That's probably the top limit when I was looking at Lowe's, I think. Really expensive stuff. We want it good. Free installation, gets your subscription. That's good. That's good. Alright, we're good? Everyone understand how I did it? So that'll be your fourth problem. Alright, today, you can put your practice test chapter 7 away. Okay, tomorrow we'll finish up the second half. We'll have more time tomorrow in class. Today, what we're going to do the second half today is we're going to do the semester guide now. So have that out.
Wait. That was on.
2,400.
Anyone still need that?
Yeah, I do.
So we're going to move on to our practice semester test. If you need a stapler, we got staplers so you can staple things together.
I need to.
What? It's funny, it's because the first was your other practice. They were just complications from other practices. You've actually seen every problem on them.
You subtract one. You subtract two.
I just know how to use.
It's working.
Okay, we good? Alright, moving on. Alright, semester practice guide. Yesterday, we did 1 and 2. Today, we're going to do 3 and 4. Okay, that's all we're going to do. We're going to get these two. These will require a formula. I want to get these done before the bell goes off, so we got a little bit of time here. Just a little bit. We got about 10 minutes. Okay, we're good to go? Alright, here we go. First, to figure out what you're going to get paid on your page stub, you got to do your gross pay. This is the gross pay, and you got to do all of your deductions and figure out your total pay. Now, what I would probably do, this is probably my way of doing this. Yeah, you're going to subtract all these off the top. You could do it that way. Or you could add all these together, these like little bills for healthcare, medical care, Social Security, state tax, federal tax, add those up and then subtract them off later. I don't care how you want to do it, but if you're the person that wants to subtract them one at a time off, you could do that. Or what I would do is I would add these all up and then subtract them later. So, because I want to know like what my total deductions are. So my deductions, 45, 52. We're going to add the 1962. We're going to add the 24.99. We're going to add the 5.84. And we're going to add the 26.6. So all these deductions was $122.57. If you subtract them off, because I know some people like to just subtract them off right away, you would subtract them from the 403. And what we get is your paycheck, the net pay that you're going to be getting this month, would be this. Or whatever this pay stub is. Maybe that's your weekly pay stub. I have no idea what that is. For a student, that's probably like, probably don't work that many out. That's your 2-week paycheck. I have no idea. Okay, but there you go. 280 bucks. Does everyone understand how I got that? Now, if you would have just subtracted them off one at a time, you got the 280 at the same time. I just did it my way where I just add them up and then I subtract them later. Some people like to just subtract them one at a time, but you still get the same answer. Again, use a calculator, subtract them. Any questions with the deductions? Okay, let's go to the next one. That's, by the way, that's your net pay. That's what you get paid in cash at the end of the paycheck. Okay, the last one, mortgage. This one you need a formula. Okay, the first thing you have to do is you have to find the down payment. This one only requires to know what the down payment is and what the mortgage you're going to agree to pay. Not your final monthly payments, not what you're going to pay after 30-year loan, just what are you going to pay as the mortgage after you do your down payment. This is what you do on like a car, you do it on any item you're putting a down payment on. Okay, so here's the trick. First step. Take your $125,000, take it times the down payment rate, 20% down payment. So, 125,000, we take it times the 0.2. You're paying a down payment of $25,000. Down payment, $25,000. So that means your final price you're going to actually pay, so your down payment is 25 grand. Yeah, that means your final mortgage that you're going to agree to pay is 100 grand. Now, how I got that number, you subtract off the original price. That comes off before you take out your loan. Banks will require that you try to make a down payment, not as probably as big as that, but they'll require a down payment. There's some banks that require a certain number, like 10%, 15%. Cars, it's kind of good to do a big down payment.
Ben, you can just play with the try. Yeah, I can.
I can.
All right, we're done for the day. Make sure that you're taking your time.
So rest.
Go through those practice guides. Test is on Friday. Practice or semester test next Wednesday.
Good thing you were in.